You know, when you when you walk through life, right, and you examine the world for what it is, right, and you think about the interactions you have with people, right, you're probably wondering why is it that people don't like you? Like, why? I want to answer that question on why your enemies hate you. Let's just get right to the point. Your enemies hate you because you are a better human being. That's why they hate you. All of you have these issues where you have people that they they come into your life and their only purpose is to try to sabotage your image. And it's because of several different reasons. I want to kind of go through all of these because maybe you'll be able to find your way in this particular situation, right? But for the most part, your enemies are very near, right? A lot of times it could be the people that you communicate with. A lot of times it could be your coworkers, family members, neighbors. But we're trying to figure out, why do your enemies hate you? Because deep down inside, you're better than them. Not because you come across as arrogant and you like boast about being better. It's not that. They are intimidated by your the presence of who you are and what you represent. That's what they are intimidated by. Like, I got a lot of haters, I got a lot of enemies, and when I look at them, I see I see a group of miserable people, people that are preoccupied with negativity. It's like I'm at the forefront of their minds, and they only have negative things to say. There's nothing ever positive. And what that tells me is I must be doing a great job. I must be doing a good job, because why else would I have this? Especially when you're a good, decent person. Um, a lot of you have people that you work with that you thought they were cool. At least that's how it looked from the beginning. But for the most part, these individuals have been trying to sabotage your growth. That's normally what enemies do. They try to sabotage your growth. You understand? Well, yeah. Seems like the more talent, the more hate. That's definitely a key factor. But now here's the thing. I agree fully with what you're saying. Talented people, believe it or not, real talented people don't even have time to use their talents the way they would like to. Did you know that? People that are truly gifted and talented, although they're blessed with all these abilities, they really don't have the time to really hone in on all these different things. It's almost like they were given so many different options to choose from because of the life and the purpose in which they have. Um, it's something that I know in my experiences on this earth, like, I've always been very creative. And I noticed that a lot of the people around me that weren't doing anything with their life, there was always like this hostility with them. If anything, they would, ever since I was a child, they would make fun of me. And I would always outdo them in every arena of life. I'm always outdoing them when it comes to the things that I do. Not that I'm trying to. I'm just good at what I do. And a lot of people just became jealous and envious, and friends would turn against me because I was the one getting the attention, and I wasn't trying to get any attention. I was just living my life, just trying to do me. And people were not happy with my gifts and callings. And I tried to carry a lot of people with me, and I'm pretty sure some of you did the same thing. Like, you would know certain people, and you kind of let them come with you on your journey, not that you felt sorry for them, it's that you genuinely thought these were good people, you know, but they had secret hate for you. And a lot of you have people that are in your life that have secret hate. They're jealous of you. They're jealous of your house, your car, your family, everything about you. And it infuriates them. So, they're going to spread false reports about you, slander your name, talk about you on the job, call up family members and tell them that you're a problem. And typically, these individuals are miserable. Like, they're upset with their own life. Their life sucks. That's the best way I can put it. When I think about enemies, right? Sometimes I wonder why in the world do I have enemies when I don't do anything to anybody. I just do me, you know what I mean? But for the most part, enemies are really your fans. Enemies are fans that like you but don't like you. They like to learn from you. They like to copy you. They like to mimic your swag, your style, your mannerism, your personality. Everything you do, they want to be you. They want what you got, but they don't like you. If that makes sense. It's like they can't stand you, but they need you. They need you. They need your energy. That's really what it boils down to. They really want your energy. And it's crazy. Wow, somebody just said that, steal your energy. That's crazy. It's like you said it right when I said it. That's wild. That is wild. That's exactly what they want to do, guys. That's why I always tell people to protect their energy because it's just really sick. I'm following this woman on Instagram. She be dropping a lot of gems. She's one of them type of women that um speaks a lot of truth, and it's like she more focused on like stuff like energy and stuff like that. And a lot of her content has been on point. At least for me, it's helpful for me because when you're a person who has strong energy and you're a person who's talented, a person who has a purpose in this world, and you know where you're going, you got direction, you're going to have a lot of enemies, guys. A lot of people. They're going to come from all walks of life trying their best to stop you. And it's because their life sucks, guys. There's no other way to put it. Their life is horrible. Like they have a miserable existence. That's one of the reasons why I believe that people gossip. I believe they gossip because they don't got anything to talk about. So might as well they talk about you. There ain't nothing else to talk about. So it's like, let me talk about what that person is doing. A lot of you, they talk about you on the job. Family members are lying and gossiping. That's why a lot of you have separated yourself even from your family because they grew too toxic. And for the most part, at least for me, I'm at a stage in my life where I would just rather be to myself and just kind of just focus on my family and do my thing. And I don't know what it is. I probably need to have more conversations with brothers that are in their late 50s or probably in their 60s because I think I can more relate to having these kind of conversations with them. It's like at 48, my mind have shifted into a certain level of maturity now, where it's like I'm just focused on grown man business and it's like all the childish stuff, it just doesn't interest me anymore. A lot of dudes are very immature nowadays and they don't know how to function as men in this society. And it comes a lot from the black community. And I think this is why a lot of women are more so uh only interested in listening to men that are more seasoned, men that are more calm, cool, collected, and they have a certain masculinity about themselves that allows a woman to yield to what that man has to say. Whereas we have this fake masculinity where men are just loud and they just cantankerous and just act very immature. And it's just toxic. But the reason why your enemies hate you, it's for several reasons. So I'm going to kind of cover a couple of these things based on my experience with enemies and haters. I don't know why people hate people like me, right? Um, I'm pretty much a guy that is just real. And I've learned over 48 years why people would hate people like me. And maybe you can learn something from that. For the most part, number one, the reason why your enemies hate you is because they carry evil spirits. A lot of people are carrying demons, demons that are on their backs. These type of individuals, they have absolutely no purpose in this world. None. Their purpose is just doing evil. Like if you were to look at their lives, they're miserable. They have no purpose, guys. Have you ever been in a predominantly black community, right? Let's say, for example, you're a woman. I want this question to more so goes towards the women. I know there's brothers I can ask the question to, but more so to working class women, to the decent women that live in a predominantly black community. How many times have you got up to go to work and you see the same men outside day in, day out? You left to go to work in the morning. You saw them outside. You came home from work, they still outside. And you're looking at the situation and you're like, it just makes you shake your head because it's like, you don't got nothing to do. Well, that's exactly how enemies are. They see you when you get up in the morning and you leave and you go to work. They watch you when you jumped in your car. You're dressed, they can smell your perfume if you're a woman or your cologne if you're a man, and they are watching you. Then they're there when you come back home and you're like, my goodness, you guys been out here all day. That's all you do. And it gets you frustrated because you're around this negative energy. And because you live in that environment, you have to somehow uh, put up with this type of buffoonery. But for the most part, you learn how to just protect your peace, enjoy your solitude, and not get involved. That is one of the key reasons why they're upset with you because you separated yourself from the pack. You told yourself that I'm better than this and I don't deserve to be around people like this. Like this is not I'm not with this particular group. I'm cut from a different cloth. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they're going to single you out and make you out to be an outcast and say, oh, you think you're better than me? You are better than them. You understand? Their life is trash. Their life have no value, no meaning. They want to bring you on the bottom where they are. That's why you have to be on point in terms of protecting your peace from these energy vampires because they want you to be down where they are. Some people just don't have a life and it's something that you got to stay away from. People like that are dangerous. People like that are toxic. These type of individuals would love to see you dead. That's how sick the hatred is. um Rapper Boozy, he was on I believe it was Vlad TV, and he was talking about how people are they're overwhelmed or they're overcome by hatred. You know what I'm saying? Like they just full of hate towards you, and it's like you are the person they love to hate. Now that's when you have hit an all-time low as an individual, when you target an individual. I'm sure you heard of this saying of targeted individuals. Well, there's such thing as targeted individuals that fake it, and then there's targeted individuals that are truly targeted. These are individuals that are a group of people that have been separated by, in my opinion, God to do certain things in this world. And this particular person is under the protection of God. Whether you believe in God or not, this particular group of people have been completely chosen to do something in this life. And they're going to be hated no matter what they do. I mean, wherever they go, they're going to experience nothing but hate. And it can be a frustrating journey, but once you learn to adapt to these things, you will begin to see exactly who you are and why so many people are hating you. because you didn't do nothing to them. It's just that you're better than them. And you have to learn how to embrace what I just said. It's not about, because here's the thing, a lot of times we're taught to be humble. I get it. But when you are better than someone, you're not the one telling them you're better than them. They know you're better than them and they're upset about that because they want what you got. That's why they hate you. They look at you and they're saying to themselves, if I had what he had, I would be using it for this, I would be using it for that. But it's like they they just don't understand it. It's just really, really sick, man. Absolutely crazy. Um, Let me see. Somebody says an enemy can be just another description for and what? An irritation. That's true because in my experience with all the enemies and the haters that I got, right? There's a difference between a enemy, a hater, and a detractor. Uh, I would more rather people be a detractor than a hater or an enemy. Enemies are people that want to see you dead. Like they see you living your life, you're successful, or at least to their eyes, they believe you're flawless and you're successful. But at the end of the day, they want to see you dead. A hater is someone that no matter what you do, in their eyes, it's garbage. In their eyes, it's trash. They're there to discourage you. That's their calling is to discourage you, take you away from that which you were called to do. In other words, if they can utter words of negativity more and more and more, maybe they could convince you that something's wrong with you. That's what haters are for. They're there to distract you, cause you to doubt yourself, cause you to forfeit your calling. So I want you to understand the difference between a hater and an enemy. An enemy is a person that is beyond a hater. An enemy is a person who literally don't like you. They're in complete opposition against you, and they're trying to do everything in their possible in their abilities to try to stop you from reaching your destiny. These people are appointed by the devil to put traps here, convince other people that something's wrong with you, poison the minds of people. These people have a lot of time on their hands, guys, like seriously, because here's the thing, anytime a person is so preoccupied with, I guess, tearing you down, that's a sick person, fam. Like something is wrong with these individuals, guys. And I've experienced these type of things for a very long time. I try to wake people up to the reality of this. And it is what it is, man. It's just a lot of stuff that people not focus on. I mean, think about this, guys. You have a guy here who been following my platform for a long while, right? His name is Lively Cuts. This guy literally switched up on me. He's now saying, bro, you're not speaking about the scriptures anymore. Question. I mean, this is what I mean, guys. People like this, I just have to ignore them now because they they're operating under a spirit that is I call it the flip-flop sometime of spirit. Like one minute they rock with you, next minute they switch up on you. They don't even know what they're talking about. And it's just absolutely crazy. And they're all black people, guys. This is the problem that we have in society. Um I can't do anything about these particular individuals. The best thing you could do is just let them go. It's because you outgrown them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they try to make you out to be the problem. Like at no point have I ever said I am done with the scriptures. But if you notice what they're saying, they're slandering my name, they're putting out propaganda, they're putting out lies, they're saying all of this other junk, and they don't even know what they're talking about. They just switch up on you. And to me, it's jealousy. To me, it have a lot to do with deep rooted hate, secret hate that they always had in their heart. And it's just something that you gotta be aware of, and the best thing to do is just ignore it because that's just how it is, guys. I mean, I don't have time for that, fam. Once I see people switching up, I just kind of let them just be what they want to be, and just ignore them and let them figure themselves out. I don't got time to entertain that energy, right? Um, Let me see what we got. Shout out to Strength 30 Up. You said, okay, yeah, there you go. Let me heart the comment. He says, and again, shout out to you for the support. You said that. So Boozy said, he said they are hypnotized by hatred. Man, I'm gonna have to probably find that clip from Boozy and do a separate video on that because I experience this all the time, guys, from people that once rock with me. There's a lot of people that once rock with me on this platform and then they switched up. You know what I mean? And when they switch up, they're very cunning and you know secretive with their switch up. It's like they think I can't figure them out. Like I can literally feel the energy of the viewers. I could tell who in the live chat rock with me from who secretly hate me. It's all energy. Everything in life is about energy. No matter how you see it, everything is energy. We are energy. Everything. You know what I mean? Uh have you ever been in your house and you're the only one in your house? You're the only one there. And for whatever reason, you felt the presence of something else in your house. And you're like, you're the only human in the house, but you could feel the energy of something there. You know you're not bugging, but something is there. Someone is there. I don't know what the heck is going on. It's out of my control. At the same time, your spirit is connecting with whatever is around you. Matter of fact, this is more prone to happen if you have a dog or if you have a cat. A dog or a cat can see these entities in your house. You're not allowed to see them for whatever reason. I don't believe that I don't believe that God allows us to see these entities, these spirits or whatever the case is, but animals can see it. A cat can see these things clear as day. A dog can see it. Their senses, their vision, they can see them, but you can't. You can feel the energy. So, in a way, we still got the ability to tell when something is evil. This is why when we have haters who are our enemies, we can feel their energy. It's off. It's not aligning with our purpose, guys. It's not. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody rock with you, they're not going to be trying to irritate you. You understand? When somebody is true and they agree, they're not going to be a pest, bro. That's how you know the difference. So you got to recognize the signs of why your enemies hate you. They hate you because you are doing something that elevated you past where they are, and they feel like you don't deserve what you got. I've had this happen with me, guys. You know, I moved from New York to North Carolina. It was a real struggle. Um, a lot of problems, a lot of stress, a lot of issues. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, guys. And it's due to a lot of people switched up on me. You know, they decided together that I would be better off living in a shelter. This is what they want from me, you know, and it's really sick. But at the same time, uh, this hatred, they're hypnotized by hatred, guys. Rather than showing love, rather than showing the support that a man would need to get to the next level, they decide to show evil. That's what they do. And it is a sickness that I don't know why they choose to have this sickness. It's because they're hypnotized by hatred, fam. They listen, there are people that don't want to see you where you are because you're black. And a lot of this hatred will come from your own people. Don't get me wrong, you got white folk that would secretly hate you too. But for the most part, our experience as black men, we're going to notice it more from black people. Not saying that white people can't display hate too. Everybody is susceptible to this type of stuff. But I mean, think about this. If you're a white man, most of the hate you get is coming from white people, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think that this is just a black thing. Normally, whatever group you come from, they're going to be the ones that's going to hate you. You know what I mean? They're going to be the ones that's going to try their best to discourage you, to cause you to quit whatever it is you're doing, you know? And I'm not saying that uh everyone is equal, or you know if somebody is non-black or they're going to treat you better. I live around a lot of people, guys, and I can feel the energy. I could feel hate. I could feel it. That's what makes me roll solo. Whether the person is white, black, it doesn't matter. I can feel energy all around me, and a lot of that energy is hateful. So I just choose to just stay to myself because I don't want to deal with all of that drama with people that got chips on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I treat everybody right, whether you're white, black, whatever the case is. I mean, ever since I moved out to North Carolina, I've been exposed to more white folk than when I was in New York. And, even though I was in New York, I was around a lot of white people and stuff like that, but I lived in a predominantly black community. But out here, it's like every store you go in is predominantly white folk that's in there and whatnot. So it's like I got a chance to immerse myself around a lot of white folk, and I've noticed a lot of different things. Number one, in the South, you have a lot of good white people. Then you have some racists. Then you have some in between. But there's something even more diabolical. You have black racists. You have black folk that literally are hateful towards other black folk. Not saying all, not saying that's all the experiences that I experience. I've seen these things. I've witnessed this with my own eyes. I've witnessed Southern hospitality from white folk. I witnessed Southern hospitality from black folk. But I also seen the ugly side. And when I see the ugly side, I just kind of keep it moving because I don't got time to entertain, demonic spirits. And that's why when it comes to me, I don't focus on black and white. A lot of times, as quote unquote black people, we spend time on social media arguing about racist stuff, who's black, white, this, who's hate. I don't got time for that, fam. When you get into your late 40s, about to push 50, your mind, you got to recalibrate your mind, fam, to start thinking about life for what it really is, man. We have a short time here, a very short time, and we got to make the most of it and not entertain foolishness, man, because a lot of your blessings could be in another group of people. I could be here talking, and there could be some white folks, some Asian folks, somebody from a different group, and they probably listening to me like, man, your content really changed my life. It changed my outlook on how I see black people. I mean, the way you move, the way you talk, it's totally fair and balanced. Whereas before, they probably didn't have that mindset. Like when I was in New York, I thought a certain way about white people. You know what I mean? Not in a hateful way. At the same time, I always thought that all white people get along and they don't got no problems. You know what I mean? That's at least what I thought, because you've been kind of trained and brainwashed to think that, until I got to the South and I saw white folk pulling guns on white folk. I seen this with my own eyes. I seen white men that carry their guns in stores, and you had a situation where, let's say, you have a guy, he got out of pocket doing something crazy and it was getting violent. You had another guy pull out his gun and basically disarmed another guy that was doing something crazy in a store. So I've seen these things happen. I've seen white people stealing. I never saw stuff like that in New York. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when they say black people be looting, it's not a black thing only. Right out here, Food Lion, they have officers that stay in the store. And most of the theft is coming predominantly from white folk. Now, it doesn't mean that, the community is bad. What it taught me is a valuable lesson to not judge a tree by judge a book by the cover, but you got to really look at it. And it made me understand that these type of issues can be in every group, guys, every group. That's why when I'm talking about enemies and haters, if you're a black man, you're going to more see this from black people. If you're a white man, you're going to see it from your community. There are white people that get hated by their own family, hated by other white workers, you know, and they know, but they don't air it all over social media, you know. And shout out to everybody coming into the show. Appreciate you stopping by. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody coming through and whatnot. Let me see. Shout out to Strip again for a five. Says facts. I caught my neighbor's mean mugging me the other day when I stood my ground and looked him in his face. He started acting busy in the yard. Yeah, man. Listen, that's why with me, I try to just be about my business, man, because I don't know what neighbors think. You know what I mean? I've had some experience with neighbors out here, and I just kind of leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? One particular neighbor, I had to take it to the next level because what I saw I didn't like. Another neighbor, I got them literally on tape, saying some stuff that is rather racist. And I just kind of leave them alone, just stay out of the way. You know what I mean? Because I could see that some people, enemies want your attention, guys. Enemies want you to argue with them. You got to avoid that like the plague. Enemies want an argument. Trust me. They live for they live for that. They want to have a reason to argue with you. Don't give them that. Always stay out of the way. Ignore them. Don't even give them no eye contact. Nothing. No energy. None. You let them sit there and regret how they always felt about you, because the disgusting part about this life, guys, is that people are going to prejudge you no matter what. They're going to prejudge you and determine that they know everything about you just like that. I hate it because, like I said, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm the type of guy that treat everybody with respect because, again, I'm 48. I'm a father. Um, I'm on my grown man business. I understand what respect means to other groups and other people. I try to understand that everybody's different. You know what I mean? For the most part, everybody's different. Everybody live a certain way. A black man, a black woman. When you're in your house, you live a certain way. You're totally different from how white people live. When a white man is in the house with his woman, they live totally different from you. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? If y'all would have lived together in the same house, y'all would probably be uncomfortable because y'all don't live the same way. Y'all do things totally different. Um, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that the issue is respect. If as long as you can respect other people and treat others as you would want to be treated, I think that is the main key to respect, because we all want the same thing. We all want peace. We all want to raise our family, see our kids is good, have a good bill of health, prosper. All of those things are the keys of life that we all want and want to achieve. Haters and enemies don't want you to have that. Haters and enemies do not want to see you succeed at anything, man. They just want you to fail. You cannot allow that. Don't let them take your energy. If you know you have a purpose, if you know you have a call on your life, you got to limit all the people that are negative. Anybody that's negative, you got to cut them out of your life. And don't give them your energy by giving them your attention. Like here on social media, right? I have enemies all over the place, right? Enemies that talk crap. They spread so much lies, guys. I'm talking about major gossip, slander. They lie so much about me. I ignore them. I ignore them. I starve them out. I literally make them work for me by promoting me. Literally. I literally get their attention, basically, and then let them run their mouth. And all that does, it irritates them even more, because why? They are promoting me. And the more they promote me through hate, it's actually bringing awareness to the things that I do. And then when they finally realize what they've done, now they're upset even more because they're bringing visibility to my brand. and that's something that it's a strategy. You have to know exactly how to do it. You have to know how to it's I call it the peak abu type method, where you let them see you, they get upset, jealous, angry, and then you let them talk about you, and then what that does for you is it just brings visibility to you, and it makes them even more upset because they thought that it would create some sort of back and forth. I don't got that kind of time, guys. That's just a waste of energy. So, number one, you have to ignore the people that are trying to get your attention. That's what haters do. They want attention. They want your attention so that they can further harvest your energy. You know what I mean? You need your energy to pursue your goals. You shouldn't be using your energy to combat everybody that don't like you. When a person don't like you, they're never going to like you. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting your time trying to prove something to a person that don't like you. Once a person decide that they don't like you, there's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? You can't convince them otherwise. So it's best to just let them go, you know? They hate you because they're jealous of what you've achieved with your life. Believe it or not, there's a lot of men that they they're old, they're growing old. They haven't built a family, and then when they see you with yours, they get jealous because they know that their time is up. For a long time, a lot of men been bashing women, saying that, oh, women hit the wall, they'll never have a husband, all this other stuff. But if the truth be told, you have a lot of men that literally are hitting a wall to the point where they're never going to have a wife, they're never going to have children, and they're just growing old. And it's just one of them things where it's like they've been wishing this on women, and now it's happening to them. It's because they're miserable. Misery loves company. That's one of the reasons why you have haters. You know what I mean? You have haters on your job, you have haters in your community. And I'm not saying for you to go out there treating people bad. I think that as a positive person with good energy, I think that you should treat everybody with respect. Everybody, even if somebody's a dirt bag, an a hole. I think that if you if you just carry yourself the right way, it has an effect on even people that are no good. Sometimes, and this is mainly in the real world. I can't say that for social media. And on social media, anybody that's negative, you just need to just cut them off because you will never change their mind. They hate you with a passion. It's because you're better than them, and they know that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when when a person know you're better than them, and they always been hypnotized by hatred. Um that been a deep rooted issue in their heart for a long time. This person been hating you forever. Sometimes you could be hated by your own family, and every time there's a family gathering, they looking at you sideways, like, I can't stand so and so. Look at them. They think they better than us. Anytime somebody say stuff like, "Oh, you think you better than me," it's because they know you are. You know what I mean? And it's not that you're trying to act like you're better. You're humble. But at the same time, they feel that way because they've always been jealous of you. Deep down inside, they thought you were going to be the failure in the family. That's why they're really upset with you. There's people that have been watching me on YouTube for the longest, right? And they've been hoping and praying that I fail for many, many years. They're still kind of wondering, like, how are you still doing it? How are you still? He ain't failed yet. And they're angry, man. They are angry at you, bro, because they always been seeing you in a negative way. They never saw you in a positive way, man. And that's another sick thing, you know? People secretly hate you. There are people that you have them on your phone contacts, and you really think these are cool people that like you. Nah, bro. A lot of those people in your contacts you got to get rid of, man. Matter of fact, if you got people in your contacts and they not even contacting you no more, you got to cut that mess off your phone, man. Don't just keep it there because you once knew them. they don't even reach out to you, fam. That's a clear sign. Those people never were your friends. They never liked you, fam. They never did. That's why y'all don't communicate. You got to see things for what they are, man, and recognize why your enemies hate you. You know, you got an ability on you that they want. They want your style, they want your swag, they want the way you talk. There are a lot of YouTubers that they're jealous of me because they're unable to communicate the way I do to the viewers. They don't know how to do that. So they try to mimic me as much as they can, but it never works because they're not me, you know? They're not me, so it never really worked the way they want it to. Their personality is not like mine. It sucks. So they get frustrated with themselves, or they try to sabotage me by making content to try to say things to defame my name, defame my character, whatever the case is. You got to ignore all of that type of stuff, guys, because birds of a feather flock together. When you have a person that is a hater, a person who's an enemy, they typically attract other people that are just like them. So let's say, for example, a person don't like you and they're talking about you at the cafeteria. Other people will come by and be like, "Who you talking about?" "Oh, so and so." Now they join the conversation. Then another person come by, they join the conversation. All those people that are listening in, they never liked you. They never did. That's why they all came together. And it's such an interesting topic because it's all about you. So when you see these entities coming together, it's not because of something good, it's because something bad is being said about you. Have you ever walked into a room where people were talking and just got quiet instantly? It's because they were all talking about you. They were all talking about you. And when you walked in, they shut it down and everybody's looking all weird like, you think he's going to notice that we're talking about him? Yes, of course we know. Anytime that happened to you guys, trust and believe that whole room was talking about you. They all was talking about you in a bad way. And they felt guilty. That's why they shut it down, you know? So when I look at why your enemies hate you, why your enemies hate you, deep down inside they're unfulfilled people. These type of individuals, they have no fulfillment. None. They really don't have a life, guys. People like that don't have no life. You would think that your enemies and haters actually have something to do. They have nothing to do, guys. You know what I mean? Like for me, the type of people I like to be around are productive people, people that are go getters, people that are ambitious, people that are talented, people that are hardworking. Let's say if you're on a 9 to 5, maybe you don't have a specific talent that's similar to mine. But if you're a person who is a hard worker, you're at the 9 to 5, you on your grind, you always on time. You know what I'm saying? You the reliable worker. Then I can really rock with you because you're cut from a certain discipline that is about business. You're not here to BS. You're not here to play games. You know what I mean? You're just all straightforward business. Those type of people are talented people, in my opinion. Those are the people that keep the system going. It's just like when I see the UPS worker always delivering package in the community. You know what I mean? I always make sure to greet the guy and always tell him safe travels and hey, how's your weekend? Or have a great weekend because why? He's in that truck all day. He's in that truck all the time, up and down. So sometimes they look forward to that greeting or that kind word that makes their day. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what they're going through. I appreciate their service, you know what I'm saying? Because I depend on these workers doing what they got to do, whether it's Amazon, FedEx, UPS, United States Parcel Service, DHL, whatever the case is. I always tend to try to, extend energy to them so that they can know that the community supports what they do. You're not just at work, but there's people that support you. I may not have anything financial to give, but I can give energy. that would make a person's day complete. So it's like anytime I order something and they know, oh, I'm delivering to Ringo's house, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get over there. He's gonna chop up a conversation or whatever. I remember when I started working on the yard, and I had ordered some grass seed and whatnot. I guess Amazon didn't put the grass seed in a bag that's concealed. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want nobody to know what I was using. You know what I mean? Because you know how it is. With a lot of times, neighbors see what you're using, they want to go get the same thing. You know what I mean? If you have a certain car, they want to go get the same car. It's weird the things that you see. I never saw or experience what keeping up with the Joneses was really like till I got out here. I never understood that term, keeping up with the Joneses, because I never seen it in the black community. But when I moved out here, I now understand what keeping up with the Joneses mean. I've never seen this phenomenon before where you'll do something and then you see your neighbor doing the same thing. I kid you not. You go buy something, you see your neighbor installing that on their house. It's crazy, guys. Like literally, this is a true story. This is 100% real. Um, the side of the house, right? It'd be really dark at night because it's about, I guess, on one side of the house, it's probably like 10,000 square feet, or I don't know exactly what it is. It's a large yard on the side. I don't know. I haven't measured it. It's just, I'm kind of rounding it off, but it's very dark at night. So what I did is I got some solar panel lights and I installed them on the side of the house so that it can bright up the whole area. Nobody in this community had that, guys. Nobody had lights on their house other than their lights in the front of the house or the lights that's in the back of the house. Next minute, I'm going through the community. I see a neighbor with lights all over their house to the point where it looked like a stadium light. And to me, I'm like, wow. The only reason why they did that is because they saw what I had, guys. They saw what I had. And it would have been good if the neighbor actually came to me and was like, hey, buddy, wow, cool light. I'm going to probably do something like that, man. You inspired me. That would be cool because it's like, okay, we can strike a conversation, have some friendly, conversations, and if I see your lights, it's cool because we had a conversation. But when I see stuff like that pop up, I'm like, you're literally trying to outdo me. I don't really care about lights on the side of the house. I don't even turn mine on, to be honest with you. I really install them because of the Halloween event that normally takes place in the community. I wanted to brighten up that area so when people come to the community, they're not all over my yard. That's the only reason why I put those lights there, because it was dark and I wanted something to bright the area up for that one day. I don't even use the things, but the person who installed their lights, they put it all over the house, like the back of the house, the side of the house, the other side, and it's so bright that it irritates the neighbors next to them. It's actually annoying. And to be honest with you guys, if you're going to put lights on your house that is bright, make sure it's not shining on the house next door, because that can be a complaint. They can complain and get you in trouble. And you want to be careful with that. Light can be an annoyance, especially if somebody's sleeping and the light is just shining in their window and they're trying to get some rest, and it's like it's just ultra bright. Like their lights is ultra bright. I'm like, it's just too bright. There's no need for that. I mean, you're right next door other residents. So it's just the thing that I see with the keeping up with the Joneses. Or sometimes, you can have a car, next minute everybody got the same car like you. And it's like, wow, y'all really doing that out here? It's crazy, man. The only thing I haven't seen yet is somebody trying to do their lawn like me, you know. This is the last year I'm doing that anyway, so I'm not doing it no more because, I can't afford to keep keeping up with that yard. It's too expensive. I can't do it no more. I can't. When I first got here, I was all inspired to do it, but you got to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? You got to really maintain that. I don't got it like that to do that. But all in all, haters will come and enemies will come as you grow. If you're doing anything that's productive, people are not going to like you. It's just something that come with the territory. I hate it. I know you hate it, but they're gonna come regardless. You can't stop enemies and haters, man. It's all about energy. That's why you got to get around the right kind of energy. If you get around the right kind of people, you'll be able to grow because people with the right kind of energy, they understand you. If you want if you want to be around people that they appreciate your gift and your calling, you got to get around people that have the right kind of energy because they know who you are. Some of my viewers and supporters who've been rocking with me from the beginning, they are very familiar with who I am and they know and believe in what I do. And that is something that motivates me because I'm telling you, it's just something about when you believe in a person's vision, especially when that person been through a struggle, a major struggle, and you still believe in them. That is something that is very, very important because when you're when you're hated, it happens so much that it's almost like, man, where are the good people in the world? Where are the people who appreciate you, that got love? A lot of us we don't get that. So it's like you are bombarded with hatred and lies and evil. That's why you got to protect your peace and find a way to recalibrate your thoughts, recalibrate your mind, learn to appreciate the people that are there for you, the people that have value and add value to your life. You know what I mean? And vice versa, you adding value into their life because it's a giving and a receiving relationship. You give to them, they give to you, and that's how you're able to thrive and grow. But if we can get back to, why your why your enemies hate you. Um, they know where you're going. They know the end. A lot of haters already see you successful. They already see it. They see you in a very successful place and they're trying their best to stop you, if that makes sense. They see your success already. They know you're good. It's just that they can't admit it. They can't admit it. You know? That's just the way it is, man. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have in today's society, man. They just don't want to hear none of that nonsense, bro. Absolutely crazy. They they don't want to see you shine. I get that all the time, man. All the time. People just don't want to see me win. And the thing is, I'm not even selfish, man. Like I'm a father of four girls, I have a wife. Everything that I do is for them. I'm not even thinking about me. Me doing this content is for me to connect with the viewers as well as to provide for my family. That's what I do. No different than when you go to your job. You understand? Me doing what I do is so that my kids have opportunity. I think that a lot of people don't want to see that type of success. And it's like seeing a black man really do the job of maintaining his house, being there for his kids. People want to sabotage that image. They don't like seeing that image. It's like the image they want you to see on social media is the image of a broken home, the image of a broken, fatherless home where there's a single mom separated with a dad who's not there, child support payments, and it's just a mess. They don't want you to see a family structure because if you can see that, it'll possibly change society. So I think that the reason why a lot of people hate me, primarily on social media, is because they they can see my life for the most part. So they'll prejudge me, but I don't know what's going on in their life. You see? I don't know what's going on in their life. And that's the scary part is that people are able to see me, learn about what I do, but I don't have a clue what they do. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what kind of lifestyle they live in unless they tell me something, you know. But this hatred, man, it's draining. It is really draining, you know. You have to free yourself from people that are like that. Anytime you get around negativity, you got to cut those people off. Don't play games with that stuff. Once a person's a hateful, demonic, sick person, and they trying their best to get a reaction out of you, got to leave that person alone. They're toxic. They're very, very toxic, man. And it's just a real sad situation. Very, very sad situation, man. Let me see what we got. Um, Let me see. Shout out to Strength for the two. Says, or they try to let me see, one up you with something better. There you go, man. Man, I see that all the time. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh, guys. When people try to one up on you to try to get something better to make themselves feel like they outdid you. I'm like, hey, brother, have at it. More power to you. You ain't fooling me because I already know you going through it. You're not impressing me, fam. Like it's like it's like how when people they get a car, they try to impress you with their car. Guys, I'm not impressed with a car. I'm not impressed with none of that stuff. None of that stuff makes me impressed. Um, when I got my vehicle, it was for the family, not for me. That's the difference. You see the difference? I got it for the family, not for me. Not so I can jump in the car to see what club I'm going to, or so I can go flex, so I can go pick up women. I don't got that kind of time. You get what I'm saying? Like none of those things is interesting to me, man. It's like my mind is focused on family. I don't care about all that other stuff, man. That's why I keep saying those of you that actually have an ear to hear, if you take the wisdom and the things that I'm talking about, it's going to make you a very, very powerful person, man, because you're going to understand what life is really about. It's about purpose. You know what I mean? It's just like with the dating game, with relationships. I know a lot of people are struggling with dating right now, and they're going through a lot of issues. But at the same time, and again, shout out to everybody joining us. I see somebody said, "What up, Ringo TV reactions?" Okay, hey, salute to everybody joining in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Um, when it comes to the dating game, it could be a lot of hate that you get from that too, because you understand how it works. Like I understand how the dating game work, what marriage is like, what a relationship is like, and I understand where it's going. The whole union of relationships have pivoted over into something new. It's not the same anymore. In order for people to have a successful relationship in today's day, you have to be of one mind and on one accord. It's not the way it was before, where you got a wedding ring, got married, did this, did that. It's not the same no more. Now, a woman have to be on the same page as a man. The man have to be on the same page as the woman. Everything must be intentional and purpose driven. If you have not committed to that, nothing is going to work. You have to have a proactive mind to even be in a relationship in today's day. And I think that that's the missing link with why people are struggling in these areas real bad. It's to the point where people are literally just getting older and just remaining single. And when you factor in your haters and enemies, they're going to try to keep you single. This is why if you're a person and you got a decent relationship, don't let nobody in your relationship, because they're going to talk you out of your relationship. They'll tell you, oh, your man is cheating on you. Oh, you really trust him around women? Man, I wouldn't trust him. And now you have this doubt on you, and now you're questioning your man, and he's not even doing anything, fam. He's not doing anything. And I think that's one of the biggest issues. Like most guys, for the most part, that are on their A game, they're not really out here hooting and hollering in the streets the way a lot of y'all might think. A man that is doing that has a lot of free time on his hand. When you're a family man, everything is different. Even the scriptures says that. The scriptures talk about how a man that pretty much have a wife, he don't care fully for the things of the church or the spirit. He care more for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. And likewise, when a woman has a husband, she don't care about uh all the things in the church and all the holy things all day. Her mind is focused on her family. And once you understand the scriptures in that regard, you'll begin to realize that when you have a family, it is it is the first thing that comes first, man. When you have a family, they come first. A lot of people get religions, but like, no, God come first. No, your family comes first. You understand? Your family comes first, guys. Don't get it twisted. I ain't saying, oh, ignore God and all this other stuff. What I'm saying is, if you're a man and you have a family, your family comes first. Period. Your family comes first. The minute you put your family above, I mean, your family below anything else, you already failed. Even the scriptures tell you, what you call it, if a man don't provide for his own household, he's worse than an infidel. Like he's worse. He's a nobody, you know? Not talking about it in a negative sense, like if you fell on hard times and you struggling, that's not designed to beat you up. It's talking about a person who got the resources, a person who's doing what he got to do. I mean, a person who got the resources, a person who have the financial means and the knowledge, but he's not applying it to his family. Instead, he's taking care of other people's business, but his own business at home. He's a horrible man, you know? He's a horrible person at the end of the day. Let me see. Da, 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 da. Is this the same what? Supreme what? I don't know. That's not what this topic is about. Let me see what we got here. Dun, 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 dun. I know I had me a soda. I don't know where I put my drink at, guys. I must have put it somewhere else. Let me see. Shout out to Caramel Kimmy Kim. I got to get me something to drink, guys. Give me a minute. I'll go get me something real fast. Give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, so let me see what we got. Okay. Let me see. And if you see anybody, guys, if you see anybody with this lighting setup, you see how I got my chair glowing? If you see anybody doing that type of stuff, guys, they got it from me. You know what I mean? They always copying me, man, every single day. But let's see what we got. Um, da, 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 da. Okay, but whoever you have a relationship with should be equally aware of outsiders that could break it up, not just you. See, here's the thing. When a man and a woman is on the same accord, nobody's breaking up anything. This is the problem. I think that the only way somebody can break something up is if you're listening to influencers. If you're listening, a woman supposed to be listening to her man. That's what a woman should be doing. This is the reason why Eve was deceived, because when she was in the garden, she wasn't listening to her husband, she was listening to the serpent. That's how he was able to come in, put a seed in her mind, made her do what she wasn't supposed to do. You know, a man, he's supposed to always be honest with his woman. That's why I always tell guys, stop lying to women. Again, when when you're a mature man, right? When you're a mature man, you and you're a family man, and you think about relationships. Um, it is deeper than just hooking up with a woman to have sex. It's way deeper than that, guys. You start to really understand what your role is as a man to this woman. She's not just somebody you try to use, abuse, take advantage of. And you don't do that stuff, guys. being that I have 4 daughters, right? I would not want no man doing that to my daughter. So I don't know. And I always been the type of guy that do the right thing with women. At the same time, having daughters, it taught me something about women. And it's like in my mind and my heart, I understand that there's a certain way in which I gotta be as a man to make a woman know where I'm at and what I mean to her. Because a lot of times, again, with this dating game business, it's so rigged and out of control. Because most men, they're not on that level, and not all men. You got some men that they're mature, and maybe they're with a woman who's immature, meaning it's they're not equally yoked together. So it becomes really problematic for the man or the woman, depending on the circumstances, to really come together because neither of them understand purpose. You got to understand purpose and be purpose driven in order to achieve what you both want, you know? So, in a hateful world where you got a bunch of enemies, that's going to factor into people trying to sabotage relationships. That's how relationships are destroyed right now. Just like how I'm talking about these haters that are your enemies, you got people that are in relationships and your haters are they're working overtime to destroy your relationship. Literally. My wife and I, we have conversations all the time. I remember, several years back, man, it was a while back, and she would tell me about, yeah, this one woman was telling me, why do you let your husband do this and why you do that? And almost like the woman was trying to check her on why you put up with this and why you put up with that. And it's just real disgusting how people be wanting to be in other people's relationships. Real messy. You know what I mean? Most people that are miserable, they want to sabotage what you got, man. So if you have a relationship, it is best that nobody know about your relationship. That's the way I feel dating and relationships should be in today's day. I think that when you put everything on Front Street and everybody know who you talking to, everybody know who you messing with, if you want to call it that, then that's going to cause nothing but problems for you. It's best to just keep things to yourself, be private, be mature, but you also have to be intentional. And I think if a man and a woman are intentional with their purpose, that is what's going to make things work. And it's real difficult right now, guys, because a lot of women been hurt. A lot of women been through the ringer with these dudes, and they're just tired of dealing with the BS. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even if you're a good dude and you want to do what's right, you have to understand that she's also dealing with trauma. You know what I mean? And this is where I think uh, a lot of relationships really fail because you could be a good dude and be around a woman and you really want to show her love, want to, you know, if anything, help her to heal. Because a lot of times we think, oh, she needs to heal herself before she come to me. Not necessarily. Some women come to you with trauma. Some women come to you already broken because the world beat them up. Some of you dudes, when you get with a woman, sometimes you need to be healed. You've been broken some way, somehow. You have some trauma. You have some sort of issues, and you might run into a woman that, I mean, she's talking to you good. You know what I mean? She's there for you. You're able to talk about this. She's compassionate, and it's like you really start to appreciate this woman, fam. You like, damn, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate the fact that you're listening to me, and da-da-da-da. And it's like it helps you to bond together. It's like nowadays people don't have that. You know what I mean? There's nothing intentional. There used to be a time a dude would hold a woman's hands and look in her eyes and tell her like he appreciates her. He loves talking to her and how much he likes her. It's like those days are like they gone, or I don't know what is going on, but because of these issues, a lot of women have closed up and they would just rather just be single right now. You know what I mean? And it's out of uh it could be out of fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of, this man gonna be out there doing something dumb. Maybe he's got several women or whatever the case is. I tried to make like videos talking about relationships, and it seems like anytime I do, I get in trouble on YouTube with people because they just get mad at me all the time. And it's like, I don't even want to waste my time. I mean, even me talking about these things, I'm trying to be very careful with what I say because, again, a lot of y'all don't. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is the right season for people to even be in relationships because they come to these things with a selfish mindset. You know what I mean? It's like you want what you want, and you're not even thinking about the other person. And it's like I don't get that. It's like you both got to work together, guys. Both of y'all. Me and my wife been with each other since we were teenagers, man. Teenagers. How are we still here? How are we still here together, fam? Obviously, we must be doing something right. So when I'm speaking on these issues and y'all not, taking heed to the information, you think I'm crazy, you think I'm just saying a bunch of junk. Okay, continue to stay there. Continue to do you and see how far that stuff is going because, I can only I can bring you to the water, but you got to drink the water. You know what I mean? It's like some people be like, I don't want to hear nothing from you. You're a married man. What do you know about the dating game? I'm like, you sound crazy, fam. The dating game, fam, I know all about all of this stuff. See, the reason why a lot of times people have difficulty listening is because they don't want a relationship. They just want to have sex. A lot of guys just want to have sex with a woman. That's all they see a woman useful for. So they don't want to hear me because if they hear from me, they probably figuring, oh, I'm trying to lead all these men to go get married. I'm not trying to do that. You're going to do what you want to do regardless. But don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to relationships. I don't even claim to be an expert, but all I got to do is just tell you the math. I've been with my wife since I was literally 15, bro. I'm 48 right now. So explain to me how we still here. How we still together. Obviously, there's something that I'm doing and there's something that she's doing. You understand? And it takes a person to humble themselves to listen. The problem is when I do videos about relationships, them type of videos don't do well. They don't do well. And I'm not saying videos that are uh you know, the videos that I'm talking about is videos like teaching people to get married. Those videos don't go nowhere. Nobody view those videos, nobody like those videos. It's just that's why I don't care for those type of videos because it's not helping me. You know what I mean? I would like to talk about it, but a lot of viewers switched up lately. You know what I mean? A lot of viewers I don't know, they've been bugging out lately, bro. Like for real, for real. They've been on another, I don't know. They probably went to other platforms. They switched up on me. So those type of topics, I kind of just leave them alone and whatnot. I mean, I'll still do them, but it's like nobody cares for that stuff no more. That's why I said if you're a woman and you still want a relationship, you got to keep all that stuff secretive, man. It's like you got to be secretive with your relationships now, because once everybody know, they're gonna criticize you, man. It's just like when I talk about polygyny, a man having more than one wife. Once I even mention that, women get upset with me and they unsubscribe immediately. And I didn't even do anything wrong. I'm just having a conversation. They get upset one time, unsubscribe. Who do you think you are? You bugging. I ain't doing that. And I'm like, sister, how old are you? Well, I'm 52 and I ain't trying to. I'm like, woman, you're 52. Have it ever dawned on you that you old now? You're 52. You still worrying about a man being with some other woman at 52? I don't know what world she's living in. I really don't understand what kind of world she's living in. And again, I could give the solutions to the problems, but nobody's going to listen. They're not going to listen, man. Men don't even want to marry women in today's day. I mean, it's really, really bad, man. So there got to be a new way in which people can come together. So it's always good to have examples of men and women that have successful relationships. That's always a good thing. But see, the problem with social media is when you're a man or a woman and you have a successful relationship, people want to see your relationship fail, man. They don't want to see you together. In the beginning, they be like, "Oh, such a nice couple. I really like y'all. Woo, woo, woo." Okay, cool. After a year or two, I want to see them break up. Now they want to see the content of y'all breaking up, and they get excited about this mess. They get excited about y'all fighting online, arguing online. It's just a messy, nasty relationship of violence and mess. And they see it like a movie, you know? So you got to protect your relationship from social media, Protect your relationship from social media. Don't let everybody in your business. That's the best way to have real success. Don't let nobody in your business, man. Because once they get in, it's difficult for them to get out. It's difficult, uh, once it's out there. Everybody gonna start judging you, criticizing you, all of that mess, you know, because they want to be in your personal business. It's just like when I teach on the subject of polygyny, the first thing nosy people do is they be like, "Okay, Ringo, how many wives do you have? None of your business. Why you want to know? You're not trying to be one. Why do you care?" They want to know who you sleeping with so they could go talk about you. Here's another one. Ringo, what do your wife feel about polygyny? That's a disrespectful comment right there, because if I'm talking about the topic of polygyny, why would you ask me, what do your wife think about polygyny? They're basically saying that your wife don't agree with you, so I need to know what she think so I can. They're not really trying to agree with you as if though they care about the topic. They just want to cause drama and friction in your relationship, like I told you. You know, that's just the way it is, man. People are very, very nosy. So when you have haters, they're going to try to sabotage your relationships. Even if you have friendships with other people, haters will try to sabotage your good relationships, your business relationships. They'll send an email with a lie and manipulate someone else in order to give a bad report on you. You know, just got to watch people, watch how everybody move, you know, and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. But just know that your enemies hate you because you're doing better than them. They're upset about it. They're mad. So they're going to try to do whatever they could do to poison other people to not like you. And I feel sorry for those people, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that don't like me, don't even know me, but they don't like me because of what they hear from other people. You know how many lies people spread about me, guys? I got people online spreading lies saying that I'm a pedophile. How am I a pedophile if I'm online and I'm making videos? I have a wife and I have 4 daughters. Why do people listen to that type of garbage? That's how sick the world is. That's what they want to believe about you because they hate you. They hate you that much. So spreading a lie makes them feel better. Think about that. Am I arrested? Am I in prison? Is there a victim somewhere? No. So why are you listening to lies? Because that's what you want to believe. People want to believe lies. Do you know social services don't play around with stuff like that? If you're a weirdo and you're a dude and you're a weirdo, you messing with kids, your kids would not be in your house. They would come take your kids away. Yeah. So when I hear these type of videos, these rumors, these lies, I just count that as part of the game, from haters and enemies. I mean, you can't control that. The people who listen to that type of garbage, you just got to leave those people there, man, because they don't got nothing else to do but talk about you. It's weird, man. Absolutely weird what people go through, especially if you're a content creator. You go through a lot. I've been through a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. It's enough to teach me how to move. But I'm gonna get up on out of here. Go take care of some business. Yeah, man. It's a lot of things going on. I gotta go to the auto zone tomorrow and go get some items. so I could get to work on this vehicle. Got to get my hands dirty, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Got to go do all this work. I'm gonna try to see if I can put out some content first because when you're working on the car, you already done know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? You be there literally. You be there the whole damn day doing all sorts of different work because I like to do a clean job, professional work, take my time, make sure everything is right, make sure everything is safe, and all of that other stuff because you're dealing with a vehicle. I don't play when it comes to doing jobs, messing with machines and motors. I have a background in this type of stuff, so for me, it's all fun, but at the same time, it's a learning thing because I'm learning that motor. I'm learning how that motor operate, what it needs, the different parts, the different components. It's very good to work on your car, guys. Like if you're a dude, work on the car. Don't take that mess to the shop. You know what I'm saying? If it's like a major issue, then okay. Sometimes go to the shop so you get the quote on how much it's going to cost, right? What you need, and then you go on Amazon and you buy your parts and you fix it yourself, bro. Fix it yourself. Get the price quote. Let them, let you know what it is, what the problem is, and then, hey, go home, make your orders, get your parts, take the weekend, and got your little Bluetooth speaker, some music, or maybe you could put on a YouTube video where I'm talking, or whatever the case is. Jack that car up, put it on some jack stands, and get to work. You know what I'm saying? And just get it popping. When you finish, you're gonna feel real good about yourself. I guarantee. You're gonna feel very good about yourself because you did all the work. Something about when you work with your hands as a man and you complete the job, you feel real good about yourself. Most people in today's day are fixing their cars due to inflation, due to all these prices going up. I would love to just take the car and go to the mechanic and let them just do it, but I can't. I can't afford to do that, guys. I can't afford that. It's too expensive. I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? If my viewers and subscribers made me rich, then I can do it. I can't do that. It's too much. It would have been convenient, but I'd rather do it myself. You save money, and sometimes if you do it yourself, you're able to buy all the tools, everything you need, and now when the car have another service, you can service the car again because you got all the tools, you know what to do, and you're going to do a better job than the mechanic, to be honest with you, because a lot of times they put the wrong oil in your car, they mess everything up, they sometimes sabotage part of your engine. you know they do some crazy stuff, man, mixing oils together. What are you doing? What are you doing mixing these chemicals? What are you mixing things up, bro? You don't mix two. What are you doing, bro? Like, that's crazy, man. They mixing things together. You don't do that. That's why you got to know what's in your vehicle. You know what I mean? Like, if you have uh like a certain antifreeze or whatever, or your oil, you got to know what you use. You don't mix and mingle. You don't do that type of stuff, man. You're gonna get yourself in trouble. Your car gonna start smoking. You're gonna have some major leaks, some major problems, and it's gonna be bad. No way, man. But yeah, I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Do what I gotta do. I'm gonna get back into the studio doing my content. I haven't been in the studio for a minute because, like I said, I've been going through a lot, and I'm trying to recalibrate my mind. You know what I'm saying? Get my mind right so I can be focused again. Do what I got to do. Um, when life is lifing, it can be challenging, man. But you still gotta protect your solitude. Like, enjoy your solitude, protect your peace. Uh, don't let people discourage you. Don't let the enemies move you. Stay on course. Their job is trying to discourage you, make you feel like something's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. Something's wrong with them. They just don't like you because you're good at what you do. That's what it is, gang. So wherever you are, hey, replay the video. Let me know what you think of it, if it helped you or whatnot. Yeah, man. I might chop the video up in shorter segments and post them as regular uploads. And I have a lot of videos to chop up, man. It's just a bunch because I be dropping a lot of gems and stuff. Let me see. Italian Mamba says my old car was a Dodge Stratus RT coupe. Made my Mitsubishi and wait, made my Mitsubishi and had to go to Mitsubishi to get the parts. If you have an old car, old model car, whatever the case is, man, those cars, man, you can maintain them bad boys, man. I mean, it's a flex when you have a nice shiny new car, but at the same time, all that technology is going to require you to take it to the shop, you know? Yeah, all that new stuff, you can't work on that mess. That's like you trying to work on a Tesla. What are you going to do with that? You can't do nothing with that, man. It's like, what are you doing with it? You got to take that stuff in. You can't do nothing with that. I mean, I don't know. I don't want no electric vehicle, to be honest. I don't want nothing to do with that, man. To be honest, if that's your thing, then it is what it is. I mean, eventually in the future, everything's going to be electric, but I think there's going to always be a place for gas. You know what I mean? There's going to always be a place for gas in today's day because it's a money maker. Fuel, oil, all of that stuff. So I don't think that everything is just going to be uh, electric. It's going to be that way in the future, but gas is going to always be there. They're not getting rid of that. That's the money maker right there. Oil, gas, fuel, this. Nah, they're never getting rid of that. You know, never getting rid of that, man. Um, yeah. So I got to head on out to AutoZone in the morning. Go over there, get a bunch of different things. Got to get the brake fluid. I already got the engine oil. I already got all of that. I had bought a box of 12. I don't need 12. I only need seven of them, possibly eight. But that's all I really need. But it came with extra because of the price point was good. That's why I got it. Got the filter. I got to get all these little knickknacks. I might deal with the transmission fluid as well, being that I will be under the car. Might as well take care of that too. That's what I'm saying. It's like I just want to knock everything out so I can bring it back fresh. You know what I mean? If you take care of the car will take care of you. If you take care of the car, take care of your car. Don't just be driving your car and you don't know what's going on. A lot of y'all do that. You just jump in your car, you're just out. You don't even know what's going on with your car. All you do is fill it up with gas. You don't know what's going on. You better stop doing that and get to know your car. I challenge you tomorrow. Open the hood of your car. Some of y'all never open the hood of your car. Open the hood of the car and look inside. Look inside. Look around. Get to know what's in there. What this part mean, what that part mean, what this is, what that is. Go on YouTube, look up your model car, look at videos where you see people working on the car, get familiar with the car. You'd be surprised how easy it is to do repairs on a car. It's easy. You got women that do this, you know? You said, I stay to myself all the time. Thank you for the good video and advice. Appreciate you stopping by. You know, it's always wonderful to know that people gain something from the videos because I drop a lot of gems, a lot of truth. You said I'll break it down why these three will survive if you want. Let me see. I can tell when energy ain't right. I can sense it. I don't hang with a lot of people because their energy not right. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Stay just like that. You know what I mean? Once you know and you recognize it, you can never go back, man. It's like You could explain it to people, they'll think you're crazy. You're not crazy. You could tell when energy is off, man. You could tell when energy is off, man. You could tell when a woman is good from when a woman is bad. The energy. The energy is there, you know? That's why with the advent of social media, it ruined dating because it's like you're not around the person where you can get the energy, you know? So it's like almost you have to listen to them. Like if you listening to me through these videos, you could pick up on energy. But if you're like texting somebody or whatever, you don't know there's no you can't tell. You know what I mean? You have to really be seeing and interacting to really, okay, I could kind of pick up on where this person is mentally, find out where they at, you know? But I'm gonna get back into the studio and do my streams and whatnot. Um, we're gonna soon be getting into spring and things are gonna be switching up and whatnot. Yeah, so that's about it. We'll go get me something to eat and do what I got to do. I'm gonna also upload some more videos on my Ringo TV Reflections channel. If you're not subscribed over there, make sure you subscribe over there, guys. That's a channel that is dedicated to reflective content that focus on solitude, peace, and energy. On that platform, there's no reaction videos, there's no noise, there's no nonsense drama, nothing but content that focus on your energy, your peace, your solitude, stuff you can literally listen to. And every video that you listen to over there has the same vibe. So it's designed to improve your well-being, to recalibrate your mind, to put things in proper perspective so you could get through your day, you know? Because, even though everybody go to the 9 to 5, you deal with the nonsense of life, you still need somebody to talk to. Maybe you need a word of encouragement, just something to kind of get you through, you know? You don't want to just be there, just isolated and don't got no way to do. I mean, I roll solo, but I interact with people on social media. You know what I'm saying? So we're not saying isolate yourself and be a loner somewhere in a closet, but you have to learn how to be around your tribe. And my tribe consists of all different nationalities of people. This is not a black channel. This is not a white channel. It's a channel for people. You understand? And I'm no respecter of persons. That's just the way it's supposed to be. And that's why I'm not a part of none of these groups that you see on social media, because a lot of times they want you to be a part of their movements. And when they realize that you can't control me, then they gotta hate you. If they can't control you, they're gonna hate you. Man, that's a video title right there. Psh, I might have to do a video on that. If they can't control you, they will hate you. Just that simple. So, hey, I'm gonna get out of here. Rate, comment, and subscribe to the platform. If you're new, subscribe. If you like my content, give it a thumbs up. Thumb up the video. If you don't like my content, you think it sucks, then at the end of the day, just let me know in the comments. Be like, yo, your video sucks, bro. It is what it is. And maybe I'll be able to improve, and maybe next time you'll like my videos. But that's about it, guys. I have a heck of a lot of work to do. And man, I don't know. I might have to I might have to make a documentary about my life, man. Like for real, for real. It'll be something else because it's just wow. Absolutely wow. But anyway, appreciate y'all stopping by, tuning in, giving your time to listen. It's very appreciative. And I hope that somebody got some from these videos. You know what I mean? So that's about it. I'm gonna get up on out of here. Rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Ringo TV Reactions. I'm out.